Broken V2. Um, it's don't, oh darn it, I already covered it up. It has like a screw on the top part of the leg so it doesn't fall off. But this side already cracked. Like they weren't all the way cracked yet, so I put a longer screw on it with a fatter piece. And it was holding it, but the bottom was open, so it still didn't move correctly, but now there's only one being held because the other one broke off again. So it's only being held by one screw, and it barely works at all, like that leg. I'm hoping Kevin can send me a new part for it. Because, I mean, I sent Kevin all my parts before, so I have none here. But the thing is, the black V2s have different parts than the others because the robosapien V2, the black ones, are actually the Ars Media's parts. While we used Ars Media's parts for these, like their leg mechanisms are a little bit different. I know that because I took apart my red and blue and the black, and the black was different than all the others. That's why it's the only one that has good wires, because it's the Ars Media's wires. I think the black V2s are basically the scraps of the Ars Media's that they didn't make. They just decided to make one more V2. And this was it. Because the black V2's parts are identical to Ars Media parts. And the other colors are slightly different than the Ars Media parts. Like the leg, some of the parts in the legs are different sizes. Like the gear slots are different sizes. The plastic pieces that run up the legs that connect right here are different. They have different screws, different pieces in them. So they're different. This is why the black V2s move differently. This is why they move faster.
Stopping.
And they move more freely than the others. Like, so when you see when they're doing the dance, the reason they're moving their legs so crazy is because they're made with good parts until they break down. The problems that black V2s get, it's obviously not wires, but the same problems that Ars Media gets, like a snapping head, broken fingers, hands that won't move. Anything mechanical will break on him. But it takes a while. This robosapien V2 just broke because the guy shipped it wrong. It was laying on its arms in the box. That's probably why it broke, and he probably was too rough with it when he put it into the box. I think he probably broke it when he put the bubble wrap on it. That's probably when it broke. He was probably pushing hard on it, and then it snapped the leg. Because I'm sure it was fine when he had it. He said it was only used for 30 minutes and put in storage and never used again. It could have been crammed in a box with pressure on the leg or something. Which this V2 had the same problem as one guy on YouTube. He had a bronze one. Hit the leg on that one, had the same problem. Only it was the other side, I think. Maybe it was the same side, actually. But yeah, I can't believe it happened to the black one, though. One of the only few robosapien V2s that actually work. I mean, here's how it walks. Oh, it doesn't really walk on here, though. Because there's something with this material, it's slippery. See, it's okay, but it's only held by one screw. It's gonna snap off again. I'm hoping that even though the other V2 colors are different, I'm hoping it'll still work. I am hoping I'll find a way to customize it to work.
Stopping.
This is my original black. Remember, I used to have two blacks. I have two blacks again. My other one, I turned it white, and then I turned it blue. And then I fried it because I mixed the boards because I was stupid. And now it's sent to Kevin, and he put a new board in it, and he's still struggling to get it to power on. So by doing that, it probably fried something else. Oh yeah, I gotta mention that the circuit boards in these black ones are different than the others too. Like the other boards, you can sort of mix and they won't fry, but these ones, I put a second generation, no, either a second or a first generation circuit board on a black one. It just shot smoke right out of it. You cannot mix parts with these black ones. Their parts are not exchangeable with the older models. So, and while we even had their harnesses glued so you couldn't take them out and mess with them, I guess for that reason. I mean, these ones were made good, but also bad as well. But it's a good thing they used good wires, though. But there's not very many of these black ones. There's very few. There was only 15,000 Ars Medias, I've heard. So that means there must only be about 10,000 black V2s or something. I don't know. I've never had... This one was completely broken down. This is the one I gave to Chris, and he gave it back as a Christmas present. This one was all the way broken. His body was broken, like his springs, his eyes were out, but I put the head from the other black one on it so both eyes work. The hand was snapped so it didn't move. The arm broke. The wire came off the foot after a week of having it. And his neck used to snap because it had a broken gear. So basically everything on this V2 already broke and it's all fixed up, so it really doesn't have anything that can break anytime soon. The only problem with it now is it freezes up a little, but not very bad. But this one's leg was snapped off. That's probably the worst thing ever. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if it was just a broken gear on the arm. But no, it had to break in the worst spot. And the reason it broke so easily is because these springs are in there and they put too much pressure on the... Like, it pushes the leg away. I asked Kevin before I removed these if it needs those. He says no, he removes them from his V2s and they work just fine without them. Then why the heck are they in there breaking the foot? They push the foot out like this, it looks like. And that's why it broke. Also, it's cold here in North Dakota, so while it was shipping, when plastic gets cold, it snaps very easily. And so those pushing on the cold plastic helped it break too. So him pushing on it by putting on bubble wrap, it being cold, and those pushing it, no wonder it broke. See, look at the walking differences compared.
Oops. What was that? Stopping.
These batteries are even. Except I think his are even better because I put new batteries in him yesterday and I charged his batteries today, so his batteries should be better.
Understood.
Oops. Oh, see, it still freezes.
Stopping.
Like I said, the only problem he has is he freezes up.
Understood.
Oh, God. What?
Stopping.
Yeah.
Signal lost. Understood.
He's got a wire coming off, that's why.
I saw that.
So, yeah.
Vision shut down.
So, I don't know. It's trying to work, though. With only one screw in, so. Sort of like my red V2, like where one leg only worked. Which is, actually, it's not that bad. It's just like my red V2 when the leg didn't move because it goes in circles just like that. I mean, I could live with it. I could send it back if I wanted to, but I'm picky. I like keeping robots even if they're broken, even though I complain about having broken robots all the time. I just don't like sending them back because he's most likely just going to throw it away as soon as he receives it back, which I don't want that. It can be fixed, it just needs the part. I mean, glue isn't going to fix that. I've already tried that. And it's just, it cracked in bad spots. Like, it cracked where the screw is insert. And that's a horrible spot to crack at. But, yeah. But it's sort of cool how it works like my old red. And my red ones, that side of the red didn't work when I had it too, so only the red one's like fried due to the bad wires. This one's just snapped almost, and when it snaps again, it's not gonna move. Yeah.